Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So today we have a very interesting video. We have some juicy VTuber related drama to go over, and the interesting part about today's drama is that we have two different stories involving smaller VTubers, and when it comes to drama involving smaller VTubers, it tends to be a lot more unhinged, and that's part of the process of learning what it takes and the best responses to controversies and how to handle yourself on stream. And when there's drama involving smaller VTubers, it tends to be, well, pretty entertaining and oftentimes head scratching as well. So here's the first story. It involves a VTuber smash or pass. Now, for those that don't know, it's very simple. A VTuber will say, hey, other VTubers, send me a PNG of your VTuber model, and I'm going to have a stream where I'm going to either select smash or pass based on the appearance of your VTuber model. Now, I always strongly advise people to take caution when doing a VTuber smash or pass involving their peers and their followers, because you could hurt people's feelings, okay? And that's kind of understandable because you're rating and commenting on someone's VTuber model that they probably care a lot about. So you have to be a little bit careful, or at least understand that, hey, you might offend some people and that's something that's going to come with the territory. Now, with this stream, we have this person named Dragon Spit who is right now being rated by the stream. That she is the one being considered for this smash or pass. Now they have a whole panel, a judges panel of VTubers down here, which also I would say is probably a mistake. You don't want to have that many people on your stream because now you have all these people to worry about and what they're going to say. And before we play the clip, I want to make something very clear here. So Dragon Spit is the VTuber being evaluated. This is the owner and the person running the stream and the VTuber smash or pass. This is not the person talking, so when other VTubers talk, their model will light up. Just to make it clear, they're not talking right now. It's just the way they're set up because they're the leader of this stream. This is going to be the person doing most of the talking. So let's listen to some of these comments that got this VTuber in trouble.
What dragon women are supposed to look like in the VTuber community. Just pass. Pass. Mm-mm. I want scales. I want muscles. I want flat chest because dragons don't have tits, and I want a big ass on them and a long
flat on a dragon. Have you watched Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid? Probably not.
ass tail with wings, and I want them to breathe fire and drag me into their cave. I don't want some prissy palace bitch looking at me going, you must kiss the royal thingies if you want to even touch the royal wings. No, bitch, get the fuck out of here. You're not a dragon. You're just cosplaying as one. Fuck off.
Yeah, you can see how someone might be offended by that, calling them a prissy bitch and that they need to F off and they're cosplaying as a dragon. Like, it's not that deep. Like, the problem is, when it comes to a VTuber smash or pass, everyone has their preferences, okay? So, like, when it comes to this cow VTuber, like, pass. Hard pass. For me, personally. Now, we go back to this, like, everyone has their own preferences, okay? To be frank, you want my opinion? There is only one VTuber model on this entire screen that I personally enjoy, and you can probably guess which one it is. And that's okay, because obviously some people like these models down here, and that's their preference. I'm not one to judge, okay? When you sign up as a VTuber, the idea is you can be anyone and anything you want, and it can reflect your personal taste or what you're trying to portray yourself as, and that's why VTubing is really cool. But you shouldn't be so hostile towards other people's models. And I'm not some softie, okay? I think it's okay to joke about other models sometimes, but to like go in hard on some stranger who just decided to join your smash or pass for fun is a bit uncalled for, and it makes you seem very, very off-putting. And also, to point this out, because I think it's relevant, likely when they had the VTuber smash or pass tweets where people send in their submissions, they were probably expecting to be rated by the person running the stream, not one of these 7 guests of the entourage over here, who they probably didn't know was going to be evaluating their character. But as we move on, there was some more coming out of the situation. That tweet would blow up with over 5,000 likes. A lot of people were like, who was this person? What is their deal? Why are they so aggressive towards this dragon-themed VTuber? Where the cow VTuber in question would respond with this absolute banger of a response, getting quote retweeted into the Shadow Realm. They say, if you're that upset about it, then I'm sorry my words upset you. As a stranger, though, my opinion shouldn't matter. Well, Yo, I'm going to use that every single time someone on Twitter gets mad at me. I'm just going to say, I'm just a stranger to you. My opinion shouldn't matter. Yeah, that's actually the defense I'm going to use from now on. But yeah, this is a horrible non-apology, basically like the classic, I'm sorry you're offended by my words, which is basically saying like this is your fault that you're upset, which I think the person in question had every right to be upset. That was way too far for just a casual VTuber smash or pass stream, and it's definitely not an apology. And also, I'm not pointing this out to have any sort of further implications other than just a maturity level that you should expect. This VTuber is 35 years old, okay? 35 years old, I think you should know a little bit better in terms of how you should handle situations like this. But another user would reply saying, this is so far from a genuine apology, where the VTuber would reply saying, words are not my forte. I gave my apology. Whether or not they accept it or believe it is on them, not for anyone else to decide. Well, as a casual bystander, as a stranger, if you will, that was a horrible apology, like not even close to one. And of course, it's not surprising that in response to all of this, they would actually double down in a further stream where they would address some of the backlash from their previous comments. Let's give this a listen.
Complimenting the fucking art.
Oh yeah.
It's just the energy that the character is projecting. But if y'all gonna get
nothing to do with the design, it had to do with what we thought the character would be like.
Exactly. There's the fucking difference. But they're combining it all together to have an excuse to just pick fights.
I think the only person picking a fight is the person teeing off on someone's VTuber model because it doesn't fit your personal preference. You have an idea of what you think a dragon-themed VTuber should look like, and clearly that VTuber didn't represent it. But I will say, I would guess, a lot of people do like that sort of design. It's a very conventional-looking VTuber design, and the extras, like the dragon features, are just the added plus to circle around the theme they're going for. But that general model, the framework of what they're working with is very traditional in the VTubing scene, and I think anyone can recognize that even if they're not a fan of it, but you're the one picking the fight by teeing off on her. That silence.
Yeah, I did call her a prissy bitch. Because she looks like a prissy bitch. I'm sorry that my blunt language is so offensive. Oh my god, shame on you, Cowbell. Shame.
That brutal silence says it all. Yeah, the double down. Now, a lot of people, and we're going to see this in the next story we're going to look at, a lot of people say, Rev, any controversy and any attention is good attention because it's bringing people to your channel. No. I will be the first to tell you not all good publicity is, oh my god, my brain is melting from this video. Not all publicity is good publicity, okay? When you look bad in situations like this, especially as a small VTuber, this was likely your first introduction to a lot of people. This is the first and probably only thing they're ever going to associate you with, and that's being unnecessarily cruel to someone participating in one of your streams as a VTuber Smash or Pass candidate. Okay, that is not a good look. The only way it looks good in terms of being attacked, where it might actually work out for you, is in a situation where you're not actually doing anything wrong. Now, one of my personal recommendations, it's rare to be able to say things like this, but like if you want to blow up very quickly on the VTubing scene, if you want to have a certain way of running your channel that might actually trigger a lot of response that might boost you eventually, just be a lolly VTuber at this point. Because every week or two, some lolly VTuber gets attacked for the design of their model, and basically they're just sitting there minding their own business and other VTubers attack them, where in response, a lot of fans and other VTubers who support that stuff uplift that VTuber, and they end up gaining thousands of followers overnight. I have seen multiple people in the past couple of months alone have their careers changed overnight because of situations like that. But in situations like that, it's because they did nothing wrong. They were minding their own business. In this situation, you're just being overly aggressive towards a stranger, and that is not something people are like, ooh, I'm going to rally behind that. They don't want to rally behind that. And also, it gets much worse. You know, you double down, then you see tweets like this on their account saying, The moment someone I respect gets a little over 1K, they either become a jackass or remain genuine and kind. If 1K plus followers makes you act like a douchebag, then I don't want to know you. Your D is too small and your coochie stank worse than the ocean for me to want to smash. It's like, what are you even saying? Like, obviously, if people are getting like their head filled with like pride or narcissism once they hit 1K followers on places like Twitch or Twitter, for example, yeah, they're a narcissist. But like acting like these standards are the big leagues over here. Like, I don't know. This whole thing is just very strange. The whole realm surrounding this situation is very odd. But I want to move on to the response from the main person running the stream, who was silent during this whole thing, and they made what I think is a very good apology. So contrast this statement. You can pause and read it for yourself, but they apologize for basically allowing this to happen on their stream and that they'll do better in the future and so on and so forth. And contrast this statement, a genuine apology, versus the other one basically saying, I'm sorry you're upset at my words, and you know, you shouldn't be mad at my words because I'm a stranger. I mean, it's just a terrible look, and honestly, like, you're alienating yourself from your own community and possible fans. It's just not a good look. But let's move on to the second and final story of this video. Now, my apologies, sumimasen, my friends. I made a big mistake. Normally, I'm the fastest save and screenshot in the West. I always save everything I see. Unfortunately, I was a little bit busy today and I didn't have time to download the videos that this VTuber had posted. I was late to the game and they deleted it as soon as I was getting ready to fire up this video, but I will give you a little story time. I'll explain what happened. So you might see this quote right here and you're like, what's going on? Why is this tweet deleted? Why is this person owning them so hard? They're ratioing them so bad with a quote of this original VTuber saying, rage baiting, tweet you down. And here's the thing. So what happened was this VTuber who deleted their post up here, not this person, they made a video several minutes long where they basically created a straw man where they were speaking what appeared to many as a serious tone about how mobile users on Twitch are useless and that you should ignore them and that they're bad for for your community because they don't bring you enough revenue and interaction on stream, and that you should basically shame them out of your community. Now, of course, they got hit with the most embarrassing little thing that could ever happen on Twitter, and that was getting hit with a fact check that simply says this poster is purposely making ridiculous statements in hopes of gaining attention on X. Right before this clip, he told his chat during the stream that he is planning on rage baiting Twitter, where of course this is the conversation. You can pause and read for yourself, but this VTuber is basically talking to someone in their chat, setting up a rage bait clip for their channel that they're going to post onto Twitter for people to get angry about. Now, there's a problem with this situation, and they would make another video responding to this by saying that this was all satire, which, like I said, is a problem because who are you being satirical towards? This person doesn't exist. I mean, we've seen the classic $5 a month clip from that one face camera a couple years ago, but this whole like debate about mobile users mattering in the VTubing scene, that's not a real conversation. So how do you satirize something that doesn't exist? You know what I mean? So it comes off like, yeah, you were rage baiting and trying to double down by saying you guys are just stupid and you didn't get it because it's satire. Not really the move. And like I said, they would eventually delete the explanation video after they're getting cooked in the quotes of the original one. And then just now, like literally minutes before I started recording, they made another follow through addressing the fact that they deleted the tweets. Not to hide, of course, but they just wouldn't get the notifications. It just wouldn't stop. And now they're aware that they effed up. But yeah, they now apologize. But this is not a very good look. Like I said, when you're a smaller VTuber, you got to understand that a lot of times, the first time someone's going to see you, that's the first impression. And you don't want to waste that first impression on rage bait or being petty or doubling down on something that you're being called out for. It just doesn't work well. You know, just keep your head down, make content, and try not to step over boundaries that are obviously going to make other people uncomfortable, or they're going to have a negative view of you as a result of whatever that is. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope this was enjoyable for you guys. Please share all of your thoughts about today's video in the comment section down below. I'll see you guys next time.